Harvey Weinstein's daughter Remy called the police on Wednesday morning, claiming her father was suicidal. According to TMZ.com, the movie mogul, who has been accused of sexual harassment and abuse from legions of women in Hollywood over a three-decade period, was at his 22-year-old daughter's house in Los Angeles when they had an argument which spilled out onto the street. The producer was heard shouting to Remy, "You're making it worse," before he tried to flag down a random car to hitch a ride. Remy then managed to convince her father to go back inside, with LAPD Los Angeles Police Department officers and officials from Remy's alarm company showing up at around 10:30 a.m. At that point, Weinstein had already left. Law enforcement sources told the website that Remy had called 911, stating that she feared for her father, who she described as suicidal and depressed. However, when the officers arrived, Remy apparently clarified her remarks and told police that no suicidal statements were made. She is said to have stressed it was simply a family dispute. A source close to Weinstein told the New York Post's gossip column Page 6 that Remy overreacted at the situation, out of love and concern for her father when she called the police, and that the producer's actions are due to his heartbreaking for his kids. The situation occurred just hours after Weinstein released a new statement to Page 6, in which he admitted he is profoundly devastated by what is happening and by his wife Georgina Chapman's decision to leave him. "I am profoundly devastated," he said. "I have lost my wife and kids, whom I love more than anything else. I fully support her decision. I didn't stand in Georgina's way when we discussed a separation. I encouraged her to do what was in her heart. I know she has to do what is best for the children, for herself and her business. She employs 130 people. I don't want her or my children to be hurt any more than they already have. I truly love Georgina, and I hope one day we can reconcile, although right now I don't know if that could possibly happen." Weinstein added, "I need to work on myself and to change. I am in intense therapy and counseling. I don't know if I'm going to Europe for rehab. I really don't know where I am going." Shortly after his statement, it was reported Weinstein had traveled to the Meadows Addiction Treatment Center in Arizona to seek help for his problems. "I apologize to everyone who has been hurt by my actions," he concluded, adding that he still maintains all of his sexual encounters were consensual. Seth MacFarlane on his 2013 Harvey Weinstein Oscars joke. Actor and filmmaker Seth MacFarlane has revealed his joke about Harvey Weinstein at the Oscars was inspired by loathing and anger. The Family Guy creator and TED star hosted the 85th Academy Award ceremony in 2013, and when it came time to announce the Best Supporting Actress nominees, which included Anne Hathaway and Amy Adams, Seth quipped, "Congratulations, you five ladies no longer have to pretend to be attracted to Harvey Weinstein." The jab returned to the headlines this week amid the furore surrounding Weinstein's alleged sexual misconduct accusations, which have been detailed in exposes in the New York Times and New Yorker magazine. Seth addressed his joke directly in a statement on Twitter on Wednesday, confirming speculation he took a swipe against Weinstein in a bid to call attention to the producer's alleged abuses. "In 2011, my friend and colleague Jessica Barth, with whom I worked on the TED films, confided in me regarding her encounter with Harvey Weinstein and his attempted advances," MacFarlane recalled. "She has since courageously come forward to speak out. It was with this account in mind that, when I hosted the Oscars in 2013, I couldn't resist the opportunity to take a hard swing in his direction." Barth was one of the women who shared her story of abuse in Ronan Farrow's New Yorker piece, picked out. Twitter.com's 863693, Seth MacFarlane at Seth MacFarlane, October 11, 2017. "Make no mistake, this joke came from a place of loathing and anger," Seth added. "There is nothing more abhorrent and indefensible than abuse of power such as this. I respect and applaud my friend Jessica and those sharing their stories for their decision to come forward, for being champions of the truth." Guillermo del Toro working with the Weinstein brothers was horrible. Mexican filmmaker Guillermo del Toro almost turned his back on Hollywood after working with Weinstein brothers Harvey and Bob. The director worked with the siblings on 1997 sci-fi horror film Mimic, and admits it was a horrible experience. "I really hated the experience," he said during a talk at the London Film Festival. "My first American experience was almost my last because it was with the Weinsteins and production company Miramax. I have got to tell you, two horrible things happened in the late 90s. My father was kidnapped and I worked with the Weinsteins. I know which one was worse. The kidnapping made more sense. I knew what they wanted." Del Toro reveals he lost casting battles and story battles, but he'll forever be proud of the way he fought for his film, insisting Mimic is visually 100% exactly what I wanted, adding, "The movie is visually gorgeous and it has a couple of sequences I'm very proud of. On one of our first meetings they said, the only rule you've got to follow is you cannot harm kids or pets. So I had one scene where I killed 2 kids and 1 dog. I don't know if this is much of an achievement, but it felt like one. Del Toro's mimic leading lady, Mira Sorvino, is among the women who have spoken out in recent days about her experiences with Harvey Weinstein, who is currently at the center of a sex scandal following accusations of inappropriate behavior, rape and sexual harassment. Sorvino, who won an Oscar for her work in Weinstein's Mighty Aphrodite, claims the movie boss regularly harassed her for a sexual relationship, even showing up at her apartment in the mid-1990s. He started massaging my shoulders, which made me very uncomfortable, and then tried to get more physical, sort of chasing me around, she claims.